Gonna try some Woollens today in the Miele washing machine, which I've done before, but what I haven't done before ever is put Woollens in a dryer. So as some of you will know, I've just got an AEG dryer and it's got the Woolcare mark on it. So I'm gonna give that a try. Scarves here, now these aren't sort of merino wool, they're woollen-ish scarves. This one's actually a Gap one I think I've had for years, so they're not my most favorite. So if something does go really wrong, at least I haven't sacrificed ones I like, but nonetheless, it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. So I'm going to use some of Miele's own Woolcare detergent in the wool program of the machine. So if we just find wool, which I think is hidden there, 40 minutes, okay. And I'll just put these in. So I've got one red scarf, blue one, and my black hat. And I wonder if that's made any dent. No, it hasn't. The load sensor on this, I don't know. I don't think it's particularly sensitive. As you can see, interesting that twin dose is coming up there with the levels, but I would have thought you can't select it. Yeah, it's coming out with cap dosing, so I have tried the caps before, but in this instance, we'll just use Miele's Woolcare. So just put some Woolcare in there. You probably can't see it. I've just put it in because it's liquid. I put a bit of fabric conditioner as well. I'm sure one of my lovely YouTubers said that you shouldn't use it with wool, but I just feel like it makes everything softer. So I'm going to start that. And I just leave the drawer open just so any of that Woolcare stuff that's hit the bottom of the drawer can be washed away. And as I recall, this program's fairly gentle, with not too much drum rotation. So I don't know if any other Miele owners have seen this, but a recent update, I've lost the electricity usage, which I think is quite sad. It's giving me a cost now. You could input how much your electricity and water costs, but those options have all disappeared from the menu system, so it's a bit annoying, but Okay, that's the woolens done. One of very few cycles that finishes immediately and unlocks the door. So let's have a look at these. They smell lovely and fresh, and look like they've come out relatively clean. A bit of dust in the air there, as you can see, because I've just cleaned the filter. So if we turn the dryer on, and then I'm going to select woolens, 2 hours 10, which seems quite long, and a kg, so I think we're on the money there, just with a couple of scarves. Now, from the videos I've seen on AEG's website, I think the drum rotates really fast, so the woolens sort of stick to it, and then obviously blows air through. So we'll see how that works and how long it takes with these. I don't think, no, it's not got pro sense, so that is just a fixed time. Interestingly enough, I can't find a low heat setting on this dryer, so I'm not really sure whether it will maybe dry to lower heat. Maybe somebody can let me know. I don't know whether that's possible. I can't find it anywhere in the settings, so we'll see what happens with these woolens. But being a heat pump, I think they dry at a fairly low temperature anyway. And just get my hat. That's nice and clean. Right. Go. So it seems to be operating pretty fast. Okay. So all the woolens have kind of centrifugal force stuck to the outside of the drum. Can't hear the refrigerant buzzing just yet. Heat pump rather. Refrigerant line is turned on, I can hear it buzzing. As you can see, it's turning at a pretty fast speed. And all of the woolens there are just on the outside of the drum. I think the idea being they're not tumbling, so that obviously protects them from any damage. I'm impressed with the speed. I found this dryer, the rotation speed seems to be a lot quicker anyway than the Miele it replaced, but I'm very impressed with how that's just got the woolens stuck to the outside. So we will check back on that in about 2 hours and 8 minutes and see how dry the woolens are. Interestingly, the cooling fan's on. I haven't been able to open this yet. Presumably cooling the refrigerant circuit, but not quite sure why. Maybe to maintain a lower temperature. I'm not sure. The outside of the drum does feel warm. Maybe not as hot as it does on cottons, but I really don't know. And there we have it, the end of 2 hours of drying for Woollens. So, oh, it doesn't have anti-crease actually automatically on this. Oh, I think I've done it wrong. Anyway, let's have a feel here. So it's quite warm. I think the steam may be coming off. Right, we're quite twisted. Towards the end there, all the wool got kind of stuck here on the door, so perhaps it's not ready for loads of scarves, just you know, jumpers, but that's not feeling too bad. It feels probably the same as anything else that comes out of this dryer, which is kind of slightly damp immediately, and the minute you just let it air, it does feel a lot drier. So that's one. This is the second one, again pretty twisted, but to be fair, it hasn't really stopped. It was interesting that after the first hour, every 20 minutes or so, it would stop and rotate the other way. That's this one. Again, pretty dry, but not hot. In fact, you know, they're cooling down pretty much the minute I've taken them out. And then lastly, my hat, and that's probably the same as well. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm not sure I would dry all my Woollens all the time like that, but it's certainly handy to know, you know, if you ever needed something really quick. Well, 2 hours, but you know, it's better that than waiting for wool to air dry. So yeah, really pleased with that. I see someone in my comments has asked for a more in-depth review of both the dryer and the washer, so I will try and do those as soon as I can. Yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if there's some other cycles you'd like me to do, please let me know.